We are live. Hello and welcome to Mary. What do you see? We're here again in prime time tonight. Tonight is a great night, and as always, we are the show that is psychically supercharged and here to help. We have a few big cases to discuss, including one with Canadian billionaires getting murdered. So we're going to talk a little trash tonight too, because we have some updates on a few cases we have been following. But before I go on, let me clear up a few things. This show is for entertainment purposes only. We have only information available to the general public and whatever spirit wants to add. Mary is a psychic medium, and she is merely the messenger. So if you don't like the message, take it up with spirit. Now, as I've said, we're psychically supercharged, although I have none, of course, but we won't discuss me, will we? So, but we have two junior psychic powers joining us here tonight at the bottom of the screen. So I'm going to talk about them both at once. Does that sound fun? He is our master of the chat room. He'll kick you out. You watch it. He is slowly taking on the producer role of this show, whether he likes it or not. And she is our public relations dynamo and model. She's looking quite lovely tonight. They both have psychic abilities, and they're developing them as we speak, live in front of you. They may chime in occasionally with some of those, so please say hello to Jason and Brooke.
Hello, everybody.
Hey,
This is going to be action-packed, and we're really excited. Hi, Mary.
I hope you don't mind the efficiency. I'm trying to jam you both into one introduction, but Brooke, you had a bit of a shout-out all over your chest there, right?
Yeah,
Your hair's in the way, honey.
I know. I saw a band yesterday called Balls Deluxe out of Clarkston, Michigan, my hometown. I had to buy a shirt just because the name. I wanted to say hello to them.
So big shout out to Balls Deluxe here.
Balls Deluxe. Yes.
They're going to be our official band of this show, Balls Deluxe. But, thanks, guys, for joining us. Our psychic heavyweight here next to me. This way. It's backwards on the screen. She's joining us tonight. She is a psychic. Spirit just smacked her in the shoulder, I think. She's a psychic medium and remote viewer. She has a whole list of missing people's cases she has solved, and more are happening as we speak. Her passion is helping grieving families answer questions and find their loved ones. She has been rated as one of the top 5 psychics in the world today, and as far as I'm concerned, she's number 1. You got that, Tyler Henry? Please say hello to Mary, the medium. Hello, Mary.
Hey, guys.
Hello. Hey. How are we feeling tonight, Mary?
Oh, my God. I did something to my... I'm doing great. I just did something to my elbow when I was pointing the wrong way. And just like I felt something pop. It's like, oh.
Yeah, I'm getting to that point too, where if I don't stand up correctly, my knee hurts the rest of the day. It's like, oh, I made the mistake of standing up wrong.
Oh yeah.
Lovely.
Oh, so shout out to Lisa, who was in the airport last night from Sarasota. She's hopefully in the audience, or she's going to be in the audience. But anyway, she was like, I can't believe. She was talking to a friend of mine who was flying up here, and she was all excited about the show and wanted to watch it. So I'm giving her a shout out. Thank you. And thank you to all of the viewers with their suggestions on what we should cover. So thank you. Keep them coming.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, we got lots of shout outs. We're going to turn into the Arsenio show. You got a shout out to this person, and probably I'm not to understand that, but we're gonna do. So we got lots of shout outs. All the shout outs we got. Anyone else got some shout outs?
Dana, Patricia, Anthony, Luciana, Rogers. Anthony. Oh, we love Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony,
you're gonna be on his show this week, right?
Oh yeah, Mary's gonna appear on Anthony Rogers. Go, Mary. When are you appearing on Anthony Rogers' show?
This Wednesday, and it's Central Time. He's in Missouri, so I guess that's 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, Central Time.
10 o'clock Central,
yeah,
so that'd be
this Wednesday.
It'd be 11 o'clock normal time.
Yeah,
normal time.
I guess I don't know. I need to find out. But
okay, so how do people watch Tom? How do people watch Anthony Rogers? Is that which is that a YouTube?
It's
program?
on YouTube. Anthony
YouTube program.
Rogers.
Okay. Check out Anthony
go
Rogers,
to.
and Mary's going to be appearing, and maybe we can get Anthony to appear on this show. But we got some big ones. We got some billionaires in this show tonight. Anyone ready to talk about the billionaires? Let's bring them on the screen. So
Yeah.
this is a case. Here is Barry and Honey Sherman. They were Canadian folks. Net worth of $3.2 billion. Apparently, he was the chairman and CEO of Apotex Incorporated, was a pharmaceutical company in Canada, and they were found in their home, murdered. Apparently, Mary, let's start. What do you see?
Hang on just for 1 second. Am I online? Can you see me? Because I just had the next door neighbor saying we're not online.
You're online.
We're online.
Okay.
Yeah, we're streaming.
Okay. You're online. Okay, great.
Yep.
Okay, so with them, I saw a woman with dark hair, which was her previously. Okay, and her, boom,
Okay,
that's who I saw.
Okay.
Yep, because that's how she appears on the other side to me. And it was a paid hit. It was a paid hit by another pharmaceutical company, guys, not family, but I feel like one family member was, and I'm getting excited about this, one family member was involved in making all of this happen because he had an alliance or an allegiance with another pharmaceutical company. Another very big pharmaceutical company wanted that company out of the way. Those two people out of the way. And it's a pharmaceutical company either in Canada or the US. What did you say? US? US.
It's a U.S. pharmaceutical
knocked
company.
them off. A U.S. pharmaceutical company. I feel like they sent a strange man. They sent a stranger out. It was a man to the house to kind of scope things out, and then he left, and then he came back.
So let's talk a little bit more about this case. So they were. This is 2017. They were last seen in December 13th. They were last seen. December 15th, 2 days later, their bodies were discovered by cleaners or workers at the house. Initially, it was thought that there was a murder-suicide because the wife had been hit in the face or there was bruising, but they later just determined they were both murdered by strangulation. There was no forced entry, so this is people that they let into the house or got in through some means. It was a big house, of course. They were billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
The police really don't. They have a few leads of people that had motive. I mean, they were billionaires, so there's a lot of people with motive. But you're saying that the actual
one of the family members had motive. Okay.
All right, let's go through a few of the family members. What do you think? Okay. So let's go through a couple of the family members. There's a couple that have obvious motive here. So I want to first. This is Kerry Winter. He is a cousin. Apparently, they took over a family pharmaceutical company and grew it. And this cousin wanted his piece, and he'd sued them. They won the lawsuit. The Honey and Barry won the lawsuit, and he got nothing. And this guy owed them legal fees. So he had a bit of a beef, and he owed them $300,000 in legal fees. So he had a motive. So that's Kerry.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
So let's go to the next person. This is Jonathan, their son. Jonathan. By all means, he had a good relationship, but they had called in some loans from him, tens of millions of dollars in loans. But you're already saying no. So Jonathan, you're saying no.
No.
Listening for the Jordan Moray case. We're gonna get to Jordan today for sure. Missing in the UK. And then here's another person. This is Frank D'Angelo.
I feel like he was at the house, this man.
Frank D'Angelo.
Yeah, because I see a suit at the house, just standing outside, walking around.
Is this the nephew?
Is this the nephew, Frank D'Angelo?
There is a nephew that is suspected to be involved in this case.
No, he's business. What does he do? Is he pharmaceutical? Banking, pharmaceutical?
D'Angelo. He was a business partner. He was friend and business partner.
I knew it. Yep.
Him?
He came and stood outside the house. He was a business partner with Honey and her husband.
With Barry, yeah.
Yeah. He came and stood out. Man, he's pretty shifty. Came and stood outside the house, walked away. So
Frank was not. He wasn't in the pharmaceutical business, but he was in other businesses with Barry.
Right.
He was in the movie and beverage business.
Right.
So you think he was involved, or he was there?
He was there. Was he involved? There. Yeah, I just see him there at the house. Okay.
So we said
anybody else?
Jonathan's out of suspicion. So let's bring back to this. This is Carrie. This is the cousin who felt he was cheated and then sued.
Oh,
he is so pissed, so angry. Yeah. And
he's a suspect, but I thought it was a nephew that this guy, the Barry, took under his wing, and it ended up there was a lot of animosity between this certain family member that's suspected to be in this case. I don't know if it's him. I thought it was a nephew, but I could be wrong.
So I just see there's another man involved. He's a professional hitman. Another man involved. I see, and I'm sitting here playing with stuff. There's another man involved. A professional guy came in. I see another pharmaceutical guy. I see this guy. Except for the professional guy had on a business suit, just like his partner in other businesses. I saw him at the house, but I saw him inside the house. Sorry. I saw the guy with the suit, a dark suit on, outside of the house. And I think he was letting it be known, if anybody was watching him on camera, it's like, watch yourself. I'm coming in and you can't stop me. It was more like a threat. Like, you can be holed up in your house and watch someone walk around your house and look and smile and look and smile, and something evil is going to happen. That's exactly what happened. It was a paid hit. I also feel like it was another pharmaceutical company. Somebody was trying to put them out of business.
Joyce is suggesting the Sackler family, the OxyContin freaks.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
So what?
That's the United States, obviously.
Oh, wow. So what happened to their pharmaceutical business after they died?
The
Sacklers or the Sherman family?
Son has the family, I believe could be
has been. I'm sure is it still as successul?
I don't know.
Was it sold?
I think they're still around.
Okay. All right.
Looks like they're still around. Apotex Pharmaceuticals. Let's see who's owning them these days.
Sorry, I had a lot of salt.
They'd be taken over by SK Capital Partners. That's a venture capitalist firm.
Oh my God. Bingo. It was a paid hit. Someone get this film to their family because they need to know what happened to their parents. It was a paid hit. Somebody was trying to get this guy out of business, pull the business away from him, take the business away. And they're like, well, fuck it. If you won't sell to us, if you won't just give up the ghost, we're going to fucking kill you. So your family will have to. And that's what they did.
Stop, crackhead. Stop. Sorry, my cat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think this is
Somebody
like a
get
violent
this-
takeover? He wouldn't
get-
sell, or he wouldn't.
Yeah, right. Right. I mean,
FK
talk about a
Capital.
violent takeover. You betcha.
Violent in many ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
A
Absolutely.
hostile takeover.
Yep.
So they
Can't believe corruption in pharmaceuticals.
This is a competitor you think is driving this?
Yes, I do.
Well, the Sacklers, they lost a lot of money in the opioid. I mean, I've seen some, like a bunch of stuff on Netflix and whatnot about it. It's big news that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I 100% believe and know, and you know how right Spirit is. They're never wrong. I could be for how I deliver the message, but Spirit is saying that what was his name? Honey and her husband,
Barry, yeah.
Barry, would not sell the company, would not be bought out, and this other company had been trying to, and when they wouldn't do it, they sent a little messenger to their house to stand outside to say, hey, I'm coming in, and it was a threat. And it ended with their lives being taken. It was another pharmaceutical company. That person that they owed a lot of money to, whoever that was, a cousin or something.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he had talks with this other pharmaceutical company. But I don't. That's all I can see.
There was a guy that was captured right outside of their house walking away, and he was wearing dark clothing, and it was on camera, and they were wondering, I mean, it's suspicious if they don't know who he is, but it was caught on surveillance. And
the paid hitman. It was the paid hitman. It's like, yeah, I'm coming to pay you a visit. Watch me on camera. I swear to God, that's what Spirit is showing me. He's like, I'm walking around. How much more time do I have? Can you see me? Can you see me, people? How much more time do I have before I come in and I kill you? It was another pharmaceutical company that killed these two people.
Hopefully we can get the message to the sun. That would be wonderful. But
and if we can tie that venture capitalist to this pharmaceutical company, to a pharmaceutical company, you will find your killer.
Let's bring on the stage. Let's. I want to show you the Sackler family. We see anybody in this family? Anybody in this family might have been the one. Might have been helpful.
You may have to
enlarge it. Is there a way to enlarge it?
Okay, I want to see the guy right up next to the lady in pink.
You got here?
Yep. Either the dark-haired dude standing next to the lady wearing a cheetah print dress, or that guy right there.
These two guys, you think they might be involved in the murder, or just evil men?
They're evil. All about money. Never mind the people who became addicted and died. Okay. But actually, the guy with the bouffant white hair for his age. Did I just say that? Oops.
Bouffant white hair.
Bouffant, like he's got a little. Yeah, so
we're not seeing. Are we seeing ringing bells for the for the murder of Honey and Barry? Or are these just evil men poisoning?
Those are evil men. Can we tie that company with any correspondence, any communication with Barry and Honey?
The venture capital firm.
That's the venture capital firm.
Oh, SK Pack. No, the firm that broke them up. This is the firm that bought them out, and they're dissolving it or selling it off. That's what they do. They make money by selling pieces of the firm.
And those were those people you just showed me.
No, that was the.
Well, that was the Sackler family, the opioid.
No,
right.
In the United States.
I want to try and tie them to the venture capitalist.
Oh.
Okay.
That's what I want. I want to see a history of that, because where did they get their money from? Venture capitalists, correct? Right? How do you fund things? Venture capitalist. I want to see the ties between that company, the Sackler family, and Barry and Honey, their company. I want to see that chain. You got to follow the chain, people. It's real easy to find.
So looking for a connection between SK Capital and a pharmaceutical firm, perhaps the Sacklers. I mean,
correct.
Don't have a lot of time to do research tonight. Someone had suggested last week that they were offering to do some research for us, and we would love that. Never responded to them, but
yeah.
I did.
Oh, you did? Wonderful, cool. Take over a little bit. Wonderful. So, you got anything else on the Sherman family, or are we gonna leave this for research and maybe revisit?
Well, I am saying they were killed by another pharmaceutical family. Absolutely paid hit, killed because Barry wouldn't sell, wouldn't do something with his company. Okay, they wanted to keep the money. They wanted to keep their company. This other company didn't want them to have it, and so they offed them. They were killed by another pharmaceutical company. I believe that person they owed a lot of money to in the family had communications with this pharmaceutical company.
He owed money to them. He owed them legal fees. He sued them for 5% of the stake.
Yeah,
because he felt like they took his parent company.
And he didn't get anything, so he went to their enemies.
All right, so we have some people in the audience ready to see a case we want to discuss. So we're going to bring this one to the front here. I want to discuss here. This is 32-year-old Jordan Moray from Aberdale, Wales. He went missing the 20th of July, 2024. So just recently. But let's just start. Mary, what do you see with this guy?
Schizophrenia, mentally not stable. I just felt like mentally not stable, felt like he was somebody else. And I saw that, okay, he left home like in a hurry, just out the door. I felt like things were left undone. And then he went to another area, assumed another identity, a split personalities. I mean, well, it's schizophrenia. And I feel like he was alive for a while. Maybe for 2 years after he went missing. And then I see him laying in bushes somewhere. Something got him. I don't know what happened. I felt like he was reaching out. Nobody heard it, and he died.
Yeah, they're correcting me. It was 2019. He disappeared.
Okay.
Mary, story correct. Yes, he did disappear from home. He was left in a hurry. His door to his apartment, or his flat, as they say in the UK, was open. His video game, his PlayStation, was still running.
Wow.
His phone was there charging. He didn't take any of that stuff with him. Just split. The door was open, and yeah. So you're saying that he actually assumed a new identity and spent 2 years just roaming, or just drifting.
Drifting, but okay, and this is crazy. I see drugs involved, maybe heroin or something. I feel like he went quite a ways. Somebody from the missing in the UK. I felt like he went like maybe hour and a half, 2 hours away by car, which really honestly could, with traffic and everything, it probably took you that long to get to the other town.
So I mean, did he leave Wales? I mean, an hour and a half. You're out of Wales. Wales is pretty small, isn't it?
Well,
Mhm.
the mountains, the speed limits. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So, like you can't, so it takes you a little bit of time to get from one part of Wales to another part. But yeah, so maybe an hour away, hour and a half away from where he originally was. Spirit's saying 30 to 40. Okay, but why would I be saying an hour away? Maybe that's how long it takes you to get there with the mountains, the towns, kind of thing. I don't know. But I saw he wandered around. I felt like a new identity. I felt like he was schizophrenic. I felt like he should have been on medicine. Maybe even there was some drug use involved towards the end. He should have been on medication because I felt like he was unstable to begin with. Okay. He may have been really good at outdoors. I feel like he spent a lot of time outdoors. But in the end, I want to say that's what took his life.
So do you feel he was out in the wilderness in the forests, or was he out in cities? Was he in Bristol?
He was in a city. He was in another town that was pretty kind of far away from where his original home was, but that he was just out wandering. It was like all of a sudden a switch went off in his brain. Okay. And I felt like he took off and he was somebody else for a while. I feel like people saw him. So there was proof of life and then there was none and he's dead.
Okay, but you think he died just natural? An accident in the forest or fell?
I think he may have been injured. And or else he was starving. He had been doing some drugs, and he died that way, homeless.
Did he have a roommate? Do we know that?
I want to say yes, or else he lived at home with his parents. I kept seeing a woman. Maybe it's his mother.
Well, he was in a flat apartment, so I don't.
Okay.
They call it a flat there. I found that
Yeah.
out a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I was just curious
He was
because if he was
33.
yeah, if he was schizophrenic, it's doubtful that he would live alone.
Yeah. And I saw schizophrenia,
Mhm.
paranoid schizophrenia. Like
I see it in his face.
he would go and he would hide in places. He would hide, and then later on I saw nothing but skin and bones.
Mhm.
I mean,
Well, maybe we can get a map and locate him.
yeah.
So
I feel like
I mean,
he was in bushes.
we've got a few extra cases
Okay.
tonight, and I
Okay.
want to be able to get to them.
Okay.
So we can put a pin in this, and
How much time we have? We got time.
what's the next one?
Love that expression. Put a pin in this. Let's bring up. I got one. Let's bring up Thomas Wales here. This is Thomas Wales. He is the only U.S. federal prosecutor ever murdered or assassinated. Mary, what do you see? This is from 2001. Mary, what do you see?
I feel like he was working on some organized crime case. Mexico related cartel or something, gang, Mexico, some sort of cartel, something like that. And I feel like the guy was standing outside watching him. He had on a tan jacket. He had the guy who I feel like stood outside and killed him, shot him through the window or something.
Wow.
And he had a slight belly, like he's been eating too many deli sandwiches at a deli. The killer stops at a deli in this town. He was stopped there. Like he has a routine. He stop at the deli, order a sandwich, and then eat it, throw the bag away as he's walking to this guy's place. And he did this several times because he was trying to check on a pattern that this man would have. What time would he get home? Where would he be inside the house? The killer wore a beige tan jacket, had a slight bulge to his stomach, he was kind of balding here, had hair here, wore glasses, had a gun in his pocket, and is standing outside. Did this guy live in a brownstone? What kind of apartment did this guy live in?
It was somewhere. It was near Seattle, so I don't know.
Okay, and it's not a brownstone. Okay, so but something brown. I don't know if that was the color of the building or the apartment or what. But the guy stood outside. Bingo! Looked at his. Saw him, and made his move and shot him.
Do we know more about this? Like, was there anything that resonates with what Mary said?
Well, the murder was at his home. He was in his basement on the computer, and he was shot through a window twice.
Okay.
Damn.
Wow.
Okay.
A marked-off pistol. Mary, do you have any idea of the motivation of the killer? Was he revenge, or was he paid to do this?
He was paid to do that because Thomas Crane Wales had prosecuted somebody just not recently, maybe within the last 3 to 8 months. He's showing me 3 to 8 months had put this person away or was trying to put this person away in 3 to 8 months. And it was a paid hit. This man died because of a paid hit.
So, he was involved in bank crimes on the West Coast, so potentially could have been involved in some of the Mexican gangs or the Yakuza on the West Coast or whatever. Getting into money laundering. That's tons of organized crime.
Yep.
So.
Yep, organized crime. That's it. That's what got him killed.
All right. So Thomas Wales, organized crime. Anything more on maybe who called the shots or who the criminals are?
They were out of the country. The people that called the shots were in Mexico.
So this is a Mexican drug gang, MS-13. What do we?
No, I'm not seeing MS-13. I am seeing a drug gang. I am seeing that. But it's not MS-13. No, it's somebody much more. MS-13, I just think of like as the bowels of the earth. They have no intelligence kind of thing. When I think of their gang, it's just, ugh. If they want to, join real, they're a hideous gang. Got you on that. But I'm talking about someone more elevated in the industry, like someone who really has all the banking and finance down, someone who has all of the different aspects of running a cartel down. It starts with an S, maybe S. from Mexico.
Can't think of a cartel.
Well, we can look into that. We still have like more though.
Yeah.
We've
So
got other
his
cases.
was a paid hit and it was financial crimes, and it had to do with a cartel, organized crime.
Oh boy. All right. Well, he was the only federal prosecutor murdered in U.S. history, and there's still a $1 million crime to solve this one. So there's actually a $35 million crime to solve the Sherman case. So we're actually making a lot of money here, folks, tonight. So we'll split it with anybody out there doing research for us.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, how about we split it with anybody that like won't say exactly how much, but that can get a hold of Jonathan Sherman.
Get a hold of Jonathan. I'll bring him on
the
the show.
The son.
Let's bring him on the show. Jonathan, get back to us.
Good luck. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right. We've got more.
I want to bring onto the stage this one. Don't have a whole lot about this one. This is Chris Hoye and his wife Alisha. Chris is a guy from Waynesville, Missouri. He just up and disappeared. Ran out, left his stuff, left his wallet at home, and was just up and disappeared one day. Don't really have much on him. Mary, what do you see?
Okay, give me a minute on this one. Just ran out. I feel like he got a phone call. I felt like he had enough, and he got a phone call. What? Has anything been written about her in the papers about her? Can you go back to her photo? I want to see her face.
Alisha?
Yeah. Felt like he had enough. He was pissed. And he ran out the house. Now, did he go somewhere else and set up a new life? I'm seeing men behind Alisha. I'm seeing like a couple of men behind her, and I can't figure out what it has to do with her. And he got pissed and he left.
So this was more than 2 years ago. He was a father, and he just up and abandoned, took off his family.
And I want to say the two men I see behind her probably had something to do with him and disappearing. There are two men behind her. When I see her photo, I see the outline of two men. This is how spirit works, folks. And I see him getting mad. He got a phone call or something. He got mad. He opened up the door and he went out. And I have to say, these two men that she knew, or maybe she owed, or he owed, got him. What? So
it sounds like she knows more than she's leading on to.
Yes.
Is she
involved?
Is she gone too, or is it just him?
It's just
she's not gone. She's looking for him. She's setting up fundraisers, trying to find him. She's acting like the grieving wife. But you're saying that she owed money to these people, or maybe she was involved in
and he had a drug problem. I'm looking at his eyes. This man had a drug problem, and I'm wondering if these two people came to the house looking for him. He had a drug problem. I can see it in his eyes. And people will say no, he didn't. I see he owed money, or it was drugs. I felt like I don't believe it was suicide. I don't.
Is that what they're saying that happened? I didn't read about any of this.
He's just hoping. They don't know.
Yeah. Let me look at his eyes again. There was no way out for him. No way out. I felt like drugs. I felt like he had a secret of drugs. Maybe his wife knew about it, but I see two men standing behind her, and I felt like they came for him. I see drugs with him.
So what culpability does Alisha have in this? Is she guilty or
because the men stand behind her? Is this coming from her past? Is this coming from her having gotten drugs and he took it? They are standing behind her. So, okay, so that's a symbol, signs, symbols, and imagery, folks. That's what spirit shows. So he's dead. I believe this man is dead. He's in a field somewhere. And I believe that it could have been something she did in the past, or he did in the past, or they did together. And these two men were standing behind her and got him. And I feel like if they find his body, it will look like a suicide. It was not a suicide. It was a murder.
it's a murder?
Yeah.
They found his truck near a bridge, near Veterans Bridge, Highway 28.
Was he a veteran? Because I did see some mental instability with him. Was he a veteran?
Not that I can see. No.
I just feel like drugs, mental instability. Go back to the other picture where I can see those eyes again. This one, right? Yeah.
The other one shows his eyes better.
Yeah, the other one, because the other one
more blown up.
Yeah.
Okay,
so yeah, that one right there. This one tells me depression. Sometimes nobody's home. Some drug use. She dealt a lot, battled his depression. I felt like she was having a hard time dealing with his depression. He could have been bipolar. I do see mental instability with him. Absolutely. I also see drugs. I also see depression. But I see him running out of the house pissed off. And I don't know why. And I see the two men standing behind her. Jason, what do you get?
Well, he's definitely on. I'm sensing like there was some drugs involved. That's what I'm right there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, that's what in all the pictures. Yeah, and she definitely. I don't know. She's kind of covering for him in a way, or taking the emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's not in this picture here. He's definitely not home.
No, he's not home.
He's on something there.
Yeah,
he looks like he's on opioids.
He could have been. That could have been the drugs. Yes. Now, who are the two men that I see? I mean, are these the dealers? Or that's kind of like what I'm getting. I feel like she has a lot of secrets she's not talking. Yep.
So she might know more than she's leading on to, but
absolutely.
Do you think she is she didn't order the hit or order them to kill her?
No. I don't know. No. I feel like she loved him, but she's not saying everything she knows that he was doing.
So she may have more guilt or more knowledge in this.
Correct.
What happened?
Yeah, correct. absolutely correct. She knows he suffered depression. She knows that he took drugs. Okay.
Oh, Christopher. So he's buried in a field somewhere. Is he far from home, or is he did they take him far
No,
away?
no, he's not far away, less than 10 miles.
So he might be near that bridge that his truck
He
was
might,
found.
yeah, near the bridge. I mean, I see field buried in a field. No, probably laying in a field somewhere. Um, did he jump off the bridge? I mean, he very well could have, but the first thing I saw with him was laying in a field.
Oh my. Okay. So never any happy news in this show, but that's the
Oh
nature.
yeah,
of
I
it.
mean there is. You know, we find people.
When
guys.
they found, oh,
Yeah, and
we've got
that's
more.
like that's like the the greatest gift is to find people. I'm sorry, Brooke. What?
Well, the case that you've been working on, we wanted to talk about that.
Yeah, we're gonna
Right.
get some updates. Let's do one more case, and we get some updates. We got a couple of
Okay.
neat updates to talk about. So let's bring on one more person. This is a young man from Belgium, 18-year-old Theo Hayes. He was on a safari, some backpacking in Australia. This is in 2019, May 31st. Just
shit.
disappeared. Family stopped hearing from him, and there's really no sign of Theo here. This is the last time he was seen was in Australia. Shortly thereafter, was disappeared and never seen again. This is actually the last place his phone was pinged at. Was this lighthouse? So, Mary, what do we see here?
Can you take me back to his photo? I want to see his face again.
That's Theo.
Yeah, was he traveling with other guys? Was it just him? I see two other people with him.
I think he was just backpacking alone. He was like,
yeah,
safari.
he ended up with two other people. I felt like he made friends with two other people. Where's he from? He's Dutch? Where's he from?
Belgium.
Belgium.
Belgium. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, okay, I do see drugs with him. I absolutely do. You know, simple stuff like maybe pot. And then I see like overcome exhaustion, heat, and I know it sounds horrible, but I see like maybe some wild animals. Maybe this is indicative of where he was. But I feel like it was an accident what happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel, yeah, he had a fatal accident. Like he fell. I feel like he fell.
So that's the last place his phone ping was at that lighthouse there.
Yeah, I feel like he had an accident. I feel like he fell.
I think he fell off the cliff or fell off.
No, he fell. He fell somewhere else. Did they search that area and they didn't find him?
Yeah, they didn't. They never found a trace of him, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I felt like it was somewhere else, and I saw some. I felt like, and this is terrible. It could be fentanyl that he accidentally took, and he fell. And I just see some wild animals, guys, tearing his body apart.
Possibly sharks or something in the water.
It could be, yeah. Just wild animals tearing the body apart. He's dead.
If you look at that, it's right on the coast there, so it could have been his body in the water.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yep. It was an
accident.
accident.
I saw it, JR. I was just
accident.
Chat, so we're gonna bring that up in a moment here. But so you feel his body is gone?
His body's gone. Accident. It was an accident. Yeah, I was doing things I shouldn't have been doing. Yeah, I smoked pot. I was hanging out with a couple of other people, and I don't know if the police ever questioned these other people he was seen with, but I that's what I feel.
Okay. Well, not a good end for Theo, but
And it was a
fortunately,
head injury. It was a severe blow to the head, like
on those
like the,
rocks, perhaps.
yeah. Oh my God, it was like nasty. So
Yes,
yeah, so maybe that's the sharks.
we do have one person wrote in, said that their foster daughter has been missing for over 3 weeks. One day, yeah, you'd be first in the line.
Where do you live?
If you're still here, yeah, you would be first in line. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to get you on the screen. Love to get your
Can
picture.
you do me a favor and
It,
email the real Mary the Medium and maybe give me your cell phone number?
it looks
And
like a man she used to know, like a ex or something. It was like an old boyfriend, a man she used to know, um, like family, a boyfriend of the mother that no longer has that child. I just feel like it has to do with a man.
Okay, so yeah, we'll get more information. Get email the real Mary the Medium
yeah,
at
we'll talk.
gmail.com, or
I'll
get a
call
hold
you.
of Brooke. We'll get a hold of you. We'll figure it out. But yeah, go ahead and comment in the video. Send whatever you got in, because we'd love to have people who have personal connections in the show. So yeah, absolutely, you go first in line. That's what we're out here for. So
Yeah.
I want to do some updates. Well, perhaps they're going to
Sexual
write some more
abuse.
in, but let's do some updates in a few cases we were following. So this is one Mary had been working with. This is an
Oh
actor.
yeah.
This
God, he was
is
beautiful.
he's
He
this guy
is
from
amazing.
he was from General Hospital. This is Johnny Wacktor.
Right.
He disappeared. Mary, you got involved in this case some
I
time
did.
ago.
I did. A dear friend of mine, Sam, and his wife were are producing a movie, and Johnny was going to be the star in the movie. It was about veterans, and she and I have been friends for a long time on LinkedIn, and we talk quite often. And I saw three men, gang, tattoos, shot him, just cold blood, just shot him. And it was just devastating. I mean, she came to me right after it happened, and I described them to Patricia, and she's a world class photographer, guys, and she and her husband are making this movie that had him as the star and just killed him dead right there, L.A., just dead on the street. And I described the killers, and so what's happened now? I think you.
Yeah, there have been 4 suspects arrested in the shooting of Johnny Wacktor, and
Yep.
it smells a lot like you're saying. Gang members Robert Garculo, Leono Gutierrez, Sergio Estrada, Frank Alano were all arrested. These are gang people from Los Angeles.
Right.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like and 3 were arrested for you said 3 shooters. There were 3 shooters and one accessory, so
Right.
driveway guy. So yeah, it sounded exactly like you were describing. There were 3 shooters, all gang affiliated.
Right.
Yeah, that's
And
you got
I
it.
even described the tattoos. It was like I was standing there with Johnny. Johnny was dead. I'm standing there beside him. His body is on the ground. The gal he's with is freaking out, and I can see them. I can see their tattoos on their arms, and I described them to Patricia right when it happened. So yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm so
Okay.
glad to hear that. So
Glad
rest in
they
peace,
finally they
Johnny.
caught the people, huh? So this, yeah, he was was an attractive actor. So yeah,
Oh, he's gorgeous.
she answered your
Yeah.
questions from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Was that that one case that she was bringing up? I sent the email address to you out there. We'd love to have him on the show, have her on the show, bring his picture up, and see what more Mary can get out of that one. But so let's move on to one more update. This is a
Oh
terrible
God.
story. This is Jack O'Sullivan from the UK.
Yeah.
Mary's working on this case. We had this in the show about a month ago. We brought it up, and there's been some updates, right, Mary?
Yes. There has been. I'm working with the family on this, and this poor child. Okay, what I got from Spirit was he was privileged, and Spirit kept telling me privileged, mama's boy, and this is what was told to him. He went to this party. Okay, a party he didn't want to really go to. There were people there that were not very nice to him. And I felt like they bullied him. I felt like they picked on him. They probably shoved him around. They beat him at this party. So there's a blonde that's involved. Okay. A blonde headed girl knows more than what she's saying. A black gentleman who was passing drugs out at the party. He looks more African Caribbean, Creole, a girl with dark brown hair, and a guy with blonde hair who's kind of stands behind the blonde chick. Okay, and what I got was, okay, they all thought, well, this Jack is privileged, and they hated him. And the reason is Jack is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. This kid, this young man, got a contract as a lawyer, or these were all people studying law, and they in order to, I guess, to move on with barristers, practicing firms, he had to get a contract. None of them got it because they're too damn stupid. Jack got it, and I felt like they killed him over this.
Or
Now,
jealousy? This is
jealousy,
people who went to school with then?
right? And I felt like they gave him drugs. They put something in his drink. They did something to him. I mean, that's what Spirit is showing me. That's the first thing Spirit showed me. And I'm still working on where his body is.
So they're currently searching. As of a couple of days ago, this was actually in the news in the UK that they're undergoing searches near Bristol or around Bristol for his body. Are they searching in the right spot right now?
If they're going by what I said, yes.
So you've told his mother kind of where to find him. You've given her maps. So
I keep getting hits on this one area on the map, just absolutely hits on it. But I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket. I still feel like there may be, and it could be the perpetrators leaving imprints as they left. So I'm following the imprints. When I look at an area, guys, okay, we as human beings leave carbon footprints wherever we go, but we also leave spiritual imprints. So when somebody is killed somewhere, okay, it's like a beacon of light that pops out. It's like an electric magnet that pulls me into a spot. It's electric. When I look at a piece on a map, it'll light up, and it's like ding, 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 ding. And I just feel like I innately know there is a body there. I just keep getting pulled back to one particular area. That's how it was with the Alex Holland case. That's how it was with the Glenn Jackson case, with the Leah Daly case, with the Reese Rogers case.
It was the one recently of the rave kid, the drug dealing rave kid.
Yes,
that was
with
found.
the Jay Slater case.
Yeah, you pointed right to it on the map.
Oh,
right
yeah.
To the spot
right
exactly where he was
on the
found.
mount. I mean, right there, guys. And it's like, I knew he was there.
Wow. I think
More.
that it's insane. I think it's insane. There was another medium that reached out that was, working with the family. And yeah, okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to say she's
With
ill and
Marcus.
I just wanted to say she was ill and I wanted to, wish her
Oh
well.
yeah. No, she
Yeah,
is
she was in the hospital. Yeah.
right.
So I just
Sweet,
wanted to
sweet,
wish her well. Yeah,
sweet,
that's what
sweet
I was.
gal. Yeah, wish her
Hmm.
well. And
Yeah.
I mean, sweet, sweet gal. I just don't want to give too much out.
No, exactly. No. We'll have a lot to cover once things come to fruition.
Yeah, I mean, I've already heard from him. I believe it's him on the other side. I've already heard from him several times. Just
Yeah.
like with Alex Holland, I heard from him multiple times. And Reese Rogers over in Scotland, guys, when he was missing, okay, I had right before they found his body, I had a dream. He walked out of the water. Walked out of the water. This dead guy walked out of the water, walked right up to my face, looked at me, and turned around and walked back into the water. You talk about scary. So I immediately texted his sister, and I was dealing with the family. And I said, he's in the water. He's right exactly where I said he was. And boom, that's where they found him. Yeah, I mean, that's scary,
You can't make this stuff up.
No, I can't. I can't. So,
No.
but I mean, my heart goes out to, and I'm also working on finding Marcus, who is also missing from Wales. Finding him. He went missing. He walked down a lane looking behind him, left his car. No one has seen him since. There have been some sightings of him. It's not him.
Mhm.
So yeah, we're gonna we'll get to your case next week as our first
Thank
priority.
you.
So yeah, we got an email. Yeah, we'll definitely help you. Yeah, anybody out there, if you ever have a missing person, whether it be a couple weeks ago or something 25 years in the past, and you need a mystery solved to put yourself at rest, we're here for you.
Murder.
And yeah, you go first. We like
Suspicious.
talking about Jimmy Hoffa and Kurt Cobain, but yeah, this is what you're here for. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot more exciting things to show up. But yeah, the real Mary the Medium at Gmail. And I've been in the email and just taking notes on everything people have been sending to me. So keep that up, guys.
Yeah, please you put comments in the video. We read all those comments, and yeah, this is where we get a lot of our ideas. So really appreciate all those ideas out there and all the research and all the updates. And I love when people tell me how much of stuff I got wrong. I get stuff wrong all the time. I'm not a psychic medium, and I read badly, so that's life. But want to ask everybody, please subscribe, please like the video. Going to ask stuff like that because we need some more subscribers and more likes, more comments. Love to hear from you out there, and yeah, we do read all this stuff all week long. So as we're preparing this show, you give us great ideas out there. So we appreciate everybody's enthusiasm out there, and it really drives us. So God, love you all. Thank you for showing up tonight. We're running out of time, but
Thank you.
really
Yes.
appreciate the audience. You guys make it really worthwhile.
And
Yeah,
Zara, feel better, babe. Feel better.
Yeah, Zara, I really wish you the best.
Right on.
Yeah.
I understand illness, so I'm just saying, shout
She does.
out.
She's a professional healer or healing person. So yeah, we're running out of time tonight. So really appreciate everyone's time. Appreciate all of you out there listening and chiming in on us, and appreciate Mary. Of course, Mary, your time is so valuable. But we're gonna be back here in 1 week, Sunday, 9 p.m. We're getting a regular thing going here, so let's not mess with it. So we're gonna see you guys in a week. Have a great one. Appreciate everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I appreciate your support. Love you, Mary.
Love you guys too. Thank you.
Good night.